Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am TwitchShadowVO, your lovely host here for the Dice Bags. I was about to say fucking gaming, but no, the Dice Bags Entertainment Podcast. Today I'm joined with our usual co-host, Tsubaki. Yeah. To my other side, I'm joined with IBigBoom, who's going to be taking the place of Rage Rhea this week.
You know, you gotta upgrade at some point.
Yeah, the shade,
Damn.
the fucking shade, and
Damn.
somebody who
Not even
should
5 seconds in.
and somebody who should normally be on the podcast. We are also joined with Zakk.
Hey guys, sorry, it's been a long while. I've just there's been a lot of shit in my personal life going on, so
Yeah.
thankfully I actually had some time this week.
We acknowledged and we welcome him back with open arms.
Yeti!
Yippee!
I'll spat out the pink lemonade I fucking have on the side, dude.
Anyways, today we're just doing an impromptu episode to kind of go off of a little bit of what we were talking about last week and kind of update people on the what's going on instead of just hopping into one of our predetermined topics where we had the usual format of questions, answers, and just a little bit of rattling on. Today it's just all gonna be ad libs, because you gotta love that. So if you're watching from home, don't figure this to be like the Joe Rogan, hey, everything is partially scripted and we know what we're talking about. No, think of this as hanging out with your buddies. That's what's going on right now.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Plan? What's that?
Yeah, exactly. What's the plan? Anyways, Tsubaki did it, so I should probably follow suit. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a nice red peak that I'm gonna have to edit out
Very
later.
nice.
Anyways, so I just want to discuss a little bit of changes that are going to be happening to Dice Bags Entertainment throughout the next week and a half. It depends on what we have in the backlog right now. We are no longer going to be using the Dice Bags gaming intro.
Okay.
We
Do
had.
we have a new one?
We don't have a new one yet.
Okay.
But I was going to see about getting another one made. This one was going to... Here's the thing. I'm a little bit self-conscious about the way that I look. That's why I'm a voice actor and not a screen actor.
Good looking man like that all worried about his looks.
Yeah. No, but it's not only that, but like I just kind of fell out of love with that intro. Like when we originally made it, it was like little haha funnies, but as it continues on, I'm just getting kind of tired of it. Like, and Digistruct mentioned something that like kind of rang true. It's like, we're going into season 2. We gotta have a new intro. New anime, new intro, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta update it every once in a while. Seasons are the best times.
Yeah. So
I mean, like, sometimes you have, like, the half-season, like, anime OP change. Like, fucking, like, God. Fucking Shield Hero did that shit. And I was like, wait,
Yes.
what the fuck?
But yeah, so
Going
that's
between fucking Rise
what's
and
going to be
Faith.
going on. So you won't be seeing the intro and the gaming videos for a little bit until we can perfect a new one. What else? I actually need to use my PC. So I apologize and
Hey
hold
man,
on.
my PC
Oh.
won't turn on. Did you build it yourself?
the fucking YouTube video in the background. When you hit YouTube and it goes to like the shorts immediately, that's annoying.
You vary.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely an annoying thing.
Okay. I'm gonna briefly pause the desktop audio thing for a second, just so I could go over to the channel, because I know the first the channel preview video was gonna play, and I didn't want to ear rape anybody that was listening.
Yeah.
So, This week on Dicebags Entertainment Podcast, we had the release of Prompto has, or no, not Prompt. Yeah, Shiro Needs Some Advil. That was a great one. And then that followed up at the end of the week with the Captain's Message, the Genshin comic dub, which I gotta say,
Pop the fuck off.
it popped the fuck off. We are looking at 1.6 thousand views on that video alone.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah. Big shout out to Tsubaki for assisting as I forget his
Child slash Tartaglia.
I was like, is it Childe or Child?
It's mostly child.
Yeah.
They flip back and forth between using his true and then
Chilled.
Chilled.
Kilde.
Lord Chilled.
Lord Chilled. And then we ended
That
off,
comes across way weirder if you actually say it, Lord Child.
Yeah. We
Child.
and then what was it?
Because you
Just
died, Lord
4
Child.
days ago, we had the last abridged, well, not an abridged, but a fandub bit that we made. I had that in the works for so damn long. That was supposed to preview roughly around like a week or two after the Dicebags 2024 year-end recap. That was when that was.
Yeah.
That's when that project started. But it's the Vander flashback with Tsubaki popping the fuck off as Vander. Like, we had a couple of comments on that video alone, like just fucking praising you, for, like praising the voice actors for the work for that. Like, I was Silco during that, but I had like 2 fucking lines.
You can shut the fuck up.
The real stars of the show for that was Tsubaki and Terra. They fucking went off, and it was great. So I encourage anybody who's listening to this podcast, if you haven't watched that, to go check it out right now. But
Always
yeah,
good to watch the shorts and fan dubs.
exactly. Anyways, we got some new gaming stuff coming out. Fully Grounded being one of them.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Who's ungrounded?
Sorry, I got a little distracted from your background noise there. I get like I'm like a chipmunk. Like if I hear something,
I'm sorry.
if I hear something in the background, I'm like, oh, car.
Fucking deer in headlights.
Yeah.
Right over here.
But yeah, we got the new series of Grounded started. That is going to be between Clayton and Digistruct. They also
nice.
recently started a playthrough of Cassette Beasts. That one's pretty cool.
Yep.
And we might at some point play more Rivals.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
always down.
We
Whenever.
have new heroes to play now, so that'll be great.
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, here's the thing.
Yeah. What's the thing?
Well, we're waiting for the thing.
We're waiting for the thing. Oh, the thing. Fuck.
I was about to say, I think
I could not tell if you were getting the joke or not, and I was like, wait.
That took me
did
way
you
too
actually-
long to get that. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well done. That
It's
was
great. That was
perfect.
Anyways, so how, like, anything creative happening in your guys' life as of this week? New things you've been in, things that released, anything like that?
In terms of like recent stuff, I have been trying my best to work on a fucking Xenoblade Chronicles 3 project still. God damn. Screaming in a fucking accent is it's both like, okay, it's difficult, but it's also harsher on the throat and at some points in time.
I find what really makes the
I have to
difference
do
for that is how far off from your own voice it is.
Yeah, like, cause, the scene I'm trying to do is from, the third game. And I'm having to be in essence, I have to manage in between all of this and really be up here and do this accent all the time.
You gotta
And
do
then
a
I have to-
fucking weird ass accent, and you have to sound kind of Scottish without rolling your R's.
No,
It's a bit hard.
that's the
It
funny
sounds
thing.
like no.
I have to do New Zealand.
Yeah,
in
it's like a
terms
New
of the accent
Zealand.
in general. And then on top of that, I then have to mildly twist it to then add a little bit of rasp into it.
I'm still.
Just a smidge.
I just want you to know that, like, when you inevitably release that onto your channel, I'm going to hijack that clip, and the moment you, the moment like the camera's doing the slow pan, and you're like, Mio, I'm gonna put a little fucking bottle of Mio on the screen.
Oh God!
So, to those that don't understand the context, yes, in Xenoblade Chronicles 3, there is a character named Mio, and that was the whole fucking bit that Shadow Hero wanted to fucking do, and I'm like, God damn it. I hate it, but I love it. It's a shit post.
It is a shit post.
I hate it, and that's why I'm here for it.
Yes. To be fair, a lot of our new content that we started doing, aside from like our normal abridged project, which we're almost at the deadline for the casting call for that, so I'm going to be picking some people here soon.
Yes, sir.
So aside from that, we've been doing a lot more like shit posts, memes, and like
Memes.
as like I don't care if they get like a shit ton of views or not. Like that's not what I'm doing them because they're funny.
Yes.
They're to fill the gaps and enjoy yourself.
They're the little bits here and there from our abridging content. Speaking of which, I have to work on finally finishing Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People get to quote more shit.
Yeah. Here's the thing. The more I finish episode 1 of Final Fantasy abridged, the more I'm falling out of love with the script I made for episode 1. But I'm like, just release it. You don't have to love it. Just release it. Because I'm in that state where it's like...
It'll be done.
Yeah.
It'll be over.
Yeah. It's like artist
Let
hates...
the pain simmer.
Yes, it's the case of artist hates his art.
Yeah, the more an artist acts with their own art, the worse it usually gets for them.
But yeah, so we'll be releasing that soon. We'll be getting episode 2 of Fate done. I don't want to give any dates. I don't want to give any dates during any of this because I don't want to set myself up for failure here. But just know that it's
well,
in the
that means
works.
I finally get to actually show myself as William Shakespeare, so...
You have
that'll be
4
quite-
lines! No.
But 4 lines where a lot of people have said I sound like a fucking sexy-ass British man. And that doesn't fucking change my mind.
You also get to hear me do Siegfried, but not with the Canadian accent.
I'm not even kidding you. Just the amount of... So, okay, this is going like a bit off topic, but Nouvelette. I do Nouvelette in a couple things.
Oh, the Ortrice
'Cause,
Mécanique d'Annelise Cardinal.
According to the order of your Trice Mécanique d'Annelise Cardinal. Yes, the amount of people who just hear me say that and just say, wow, that is fucking sexy, is quite shocking. I'll say that.
You now face the judgment of the Ortrice Mécanique d'Annelise Cardinal.
I keep saying change. Why am I thinking the word change? Team. I know team up with Queen to bring you another one, Ortrice Mécanique. What was the Annelise Cardinal? I don't know.
Just a slight struggle.
My
Nothing
favorite,
major.
like one of my favorite videos on fucking YouTube is the Genshin actors playing Among Us.
Yeah.
It's a great one.
There is one major thing that I was in that got released, which is the new Danganronpa abridged. So that's pretty fucking sweet.
Nice.
Dude, I do
Nice.
Yasuke Hero, man, and it's just funny to do it, man. I love how randomly the Cinder, the guy in lead, he one day walks into my Discord. He's like, "Hey, dude, so I heard you do like Danganronpa shit here." I'm like, "Well, we haven't released anything yet," which we still haven't because I can't find voice actors. But the entire thing was that he was like, "Oh yeah, so there's this like really old Danganronpa bridge that never got finished, and I want to do one of my own." So I was like, "Fucking count me in as Yasuhiro, count me in as Sakura. They're probably going to be the two hardest characters for you to cast anyways." So, because after all, I know how to do Sakura pretty fucking good.
Oh,
I don't know anyone else who could actually sound like her a lot like me.
You gotta let the people know what channel.
This is Cinderlarios. I sent I sent the link to the first episode in the group chat.
Poggers. All right. If I remember,
check it out. I am now a script writer for episode 2, and I'm going to say this: it is funny as all hell.
If I remember, I will put it in the
make
comments.
It funny as shit.
Just for the simple factor for Shadow's memory, remember to put that link in.
You know, when I edit these things, I just kind of like loosely listen to it. I don't listen to the entire episode from beginning to end.
No, I don't think you do. But if you have to like hear your own name called out, you might register it and start thinking about it.
No. Let me change the. If any viewer is listening to this right now, and I didn't, feel free to just fucking spam the comment section with that shit.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, because I have the link. I have it. But I'm going to hold it against you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to hold it
No,
from
he's just going to proceed to forget that he needed to put it in.
I'm going to gatekeep Zakk's good voice acting.
Another big thing when it comes to Honkai Star Rail, I'm now in, I believe... yeah, so the video that one of the videos I did is Dr. Ratio from Honkai is, I think now a top 10 recommended shorts when you search him up.
Ooh, nice.
Nicely done.
That's an achievement in and of itself.
Absolute poggers.
Besides that, not much. I mean, overall, I really haven't been finding many projects, or been asked to do many projects. So
I think, like, and another thing too is like, I would have asked you to do like one or two of the shitpost memes that we're doing, but like at the same time, when we record for that stuff, it's very in the moment. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a thing we usually plan. It's usually me and Tsubaki one afternoon hanging out in the call, and it's like, let's record this. Yeah.
I was about to say, anyone who's followed me from like my voice acting shit knows I get my shit done within like 5 minutes from when I can like get to it.
Mm-hmm. That is another thing too, is we have an overabundance of male voice actors in our group. The thing we are actually lacking is the female VAs, because I don't want to overwork the few that we got.
Yeah, you want to be reasonable with them.
I want to be reasonable as all possible with that, and I don't want to... Like, okay, here's the thing. There are some voice actors that's like, give me everything you got, I want to record as much as possible. And then you got the others that's like, I am swamped with life, give me a break. And I'm trying not...
Yeah.
I'm trying not to hit that second stage with any of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's so easy to get yourself overwhelmed when you're doing this and trying to, have a life.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Oh, here's another fucking new big coming thing. I got casted as Akihiko in the new Persona 3 Abridged.
Ooh,
Nice.
Let's go.
So that should be pretty fun.
Hell yeah.
What else? I got casted as Shinjiro in Starlight Studios, so
Just for the sake of the episode, though, let's only talk about stuff that
Yeah.
came out, because I've
Yeah,
been
okay, that's
there. I've been stuck in that fucking rut of, hey, I got cast for like fucking 20 different things, but only like 2 of them ever came out, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that is the bane of my fucking That's why I don't audition nearly as much as I used to, mostly because, like, when I am cast, they won't even, like, it'll be like, this will get done eventually, at some point. It never does.
no, yeah, that's a big thing. Is that
And, like, you have no idea.
so much shit I'm in just gets canceled, or just like, oh yeah, we have a line for you 5 months away from one another, and it's just like,
Oh,
oh,
the worst thing that I got was, like, this character will be introduced years from now. I'm like, fucking why did you cast me? Why were you looking for the voice if you're not gonna, if this is something that's gonna be done like fucking years in the future? For context, for a particular, there's like a million of them, so I could just say the show because like nobody will actually pinpoint what channel it was for. There was a Ruby Abridged, actually 2 of them that I was a part of, right? And the first one that I was in, I was voicing a character that would not appear until I think season 5.
Holy.
They were on season 1, episode 2 to 3, something like that. I was not going to be heard, seen, or anything like that for fucking years at the pace that they were going. And they still they cast me, and it's like, here we go. We have a voice actor on layaway, essentially. Like, fuck. Like, like you cast me, great. Here's your investment. You now, like, I'll see you 5 years from now.
Oh.
Like, the character I was supposed to play was, like, Oscar Pine. Like, and Oscar Pine doesn't even show up until the fall of Beacon.
Yeah.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
So, yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm never gonna be. And then inevitably, after a month or two, the project got like fully canceled or canned. I can't remember exactly what happened, but then I got cast at, surprise, surprise, for another Ruby project for another character that wouldn't appear until like way fucking later. And I was set to be Tyrion. The Scorpion guy, but like it's that issue.
Oh yeah.
It's the issue of being a voice actor where like you, especially for like the people that do these like abridged projects, they'll cast for roles that aren't going to be required for months and months and months, sometimes even years, and that's like. Listen, if you're somebody at home that's doing your own abridged series or planning on it or fan dub or anything like that, when you go to casting call, your innate desire is to cast for everybody. Don't do that. Cast for the people that are only in the episode you're working on at that time. And when it gets to the next episode, try and think of the pool of voice actors you already have with you. And use that. If you need more people, then yeah, go and cast for more people. But do not get yourself an oversaturated amount of voice actors, because then you run into the second issue of that, which is like you will get voice actors who drop out for personal reasons, voice actor, who can't make the commitment. And that's just what happens.
Worst case scenario, you have just voice actors that just unexpectedly disappear or even pass away, God forbid.
God forbid. Or you have a fucking HR situation, you have to CAD somebody.
Oh
yeah.
I was about to say there's also the situations of people just outright retiring like unexpectedly, because Because here's like a story that just happened, which is apparently in the GX manga dub I'm in that server, apparently one of the voice actresses was found to be like a really old popular DBZ voice actress, from what I understand. I don't not like one of the like fan YouTube channels, like VTubers before they were VTubers, apparently, from my understanding.
Yeah.
And I think it's a bit ironic because I was in One Piece Abridged with them, and I was like, "You actually sound a lot like Bulma. You sound a lot like a lot of female characters in DBZ." And she's like, "Yeah, I guess I could." I was like, "Yeah, definitely." And knowing what from what I understand now, I just feel a bit ironic that I just mentioned that in general.
Yeah, well, it's amazing how much people get around in this type of business.
Yeah.
That they end up doing so much work out there.
My favorite thing is when you get people in the abridging fan dub side of things that are actual official VAs, but they have to go by aliases as to not ruin their non-disclosure agreements and stuff like that. One of the abridged projects,
NDAs and shit, yeah.
One of the abridged projects I was in had a very famous voice actress in that, and for one reason or another, they had to go by a pseudonym or a made up username, an alias. Yes, thank you.
An alias.
Because that, like, if anybody found out that they were actually doing work like that, that could have been pretty fucking bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the last thing that, like, if you're a voice actor, director that is doing this type of stuff, like whether you're the showrunner for the abridged series or something like that, if you get someone decently reputable in there and they don't want to go by their name, respect that.
I mean, whether they're reputable or not, like, you should respect if somebody wants to use an alias to begin with.
It reminds me of when I fucked up one of our voice actresses' names in the credits, and it's still there, and I'm like, I don't. Well, it'll be changed for episode 2 of Fate Apocrypha, but I had to apologize because, to be fair, they had like 3 different names from their casting call name, Discord name, and I think the name they wanted to be and I picked one of the wrong ones to name them as in the credits. And
yeah, I was about to say we probably shouldn't keep that in because it might just straight up, cause an entire conspiracy.
No.
Or at least change it now in hindsight, because there will be people who are wanting to get their nose in deep, if you know what I mean.
I mean, it's not like their actual full name. It's just a I incorrectly used a different alias that they had.
I see.
Like a different one.
Yeah.
So that'll be fixed in episode 2. And we already had a little chat about that. We kind of laughed it off that, like it was an understandable mistake. But yeah, that'll be changed for episode 2. Right. I had to...
I was about to say, speaking of aliases, if you are getting into the VA industry, either, obviously, if you want to go under an alias, just don't pick something stupid. There's so many people who... like, Shadowheart Nightingale, unless you're, like, doing it as a joke, or, like, it's just, like, a stupid, cringy name, don't use it. Just don't use stupid names, please.
TwitchShadowVO originally was just Twitch Shadow, back when, surprise, surprise,
you were a Twitch streamer.
Yeah, no. It was named after an in-game thing, and a lot of people just like, oh, you named because of fucking Twitch. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start streaming on Twitch now that you said that. So I did. I had a decent amount of success doing that, but I was still like a kid at that time. Anyways, when I became a voice actor, I just slapped fucking VO to the end of that.
Yeah, I was about to say ZakkAttack is just a nickname I've been given since I was like not even 2 years old, so.
Respect. See, Boom is technically part of the nickname I was given when I was little like that too. So, because I couldn't ever use the full name as my gamer tag, I made it IBigBoom. And now just go by that all the time.
I am the big boom.
He brings the boom. What about you, Tsubaki?
Initially, like for mine, it came out out of like me mainly like wanting to write comics back in like middle school, and I was like, I kind of want to do something like Japanese and European. To do like a Japanese first pseudonym and then a more European sounding like last name. But at this point, I've given up that last name, and well, now it's just been Tsubaki VA ever since I started doing VA work.
Fair enough.
Just a personal question from me to you. Do you find more passion in voice acting or sound design?
Honestly, I find my passion being still like hella high with like voice acting, because it's just like I have to hype myself up to get all active and stuff just to like really go at it for like sound design. But like for like voice acting stuff, it's just what is something that you have practiced or like so consistently for so long that you actively just get to do it whenever you want.
Yeah.
Because, like, with sound design, I have to hype myself up to be like, let's get this shit, bro. You gotta get it done. And then, lo and behold, I only make, like, 15% progress in the span of, like, half an hour. But even then, it's just, as long as I put myself into the right mindset for the day, even if it's been, like, a fucking excruciatingly long day from, like, college and stuff, I'll at least be able to do like both like rather well. But the hype for me still goes hella hard with voice acting.
Yeah. I think that's similar to me, where like directing and screenwriting is like, I like it. I really do. Don't get me fucking wrong. I like what I do. But I have like a thing with voice acting that like can be explained, but like I just really, you know, the embodying another character and seeing that somewhere, you know, your voice coming from that character, it gives you like this weird feeling of like, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gives you a little hype.
I mean,
Very
I've
much
already
so.
started like doing that stuff to myself. Like I've been fucking gassing myself up just because of my recent like work in progress like shit in general. But like all in all, like when it comes to like voiceover work in general, it's mainly just having to get used to everything that involves like the in general like fundamentals.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, if you're able to keep up your practice consistently, both in and out of the booth, you're able to really fucking soar. Because, I mean, how else do you think I've been able to, like, at least mildly practice accents from the UK? I've been able to do that both in and out of the booth. And not just be like, oh, I record myself for, like, an hour and then, like, review the footage and then, like, compare it to some games that do have, like, English voice actors that's like from that region, and just be like, okay, what am I doing wrong in terms of like the accent, and then what am I doing correctly? And
Now
then
do
other times it goes-
Banjo-Kazooie.
and then other times it goes down into like dialect and other formats, like picking up habits. And in some cases, when it comes to this accent, I always have to monitor myself in terms of learning how to properly like control my R's, because sometimes there are words that really shine through with R's, But then in other cases, you just have those few words that are just like, I don't know how to say you just yet, but give me 2 weeks and I will fucking decimate you.
Another thing too that a lot of people like think they can do but they can't actually do is you might be able to do the accent at like a speaking tone and a speaking emotion, but like try and yell in that voice, try and like sob your heart out in that voice, you know what I mean? Like people tend to forget
what I'm doing.
People put too much emphasis on the voice actor, not the voice actor. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where I'm really glad that my start with Spartacus started as,
Just the
so I can build off of that.
Fucking yelling. Yeah.
You do, like, later on in the series, you do have more speaking roles. It's just right at the beginning, in that first episode, for whatever reason, the pacing didn't care too much to give you a personality.
It's okay. You see me as just this sound machine. It's fine.
Yeah. Other characters that I can't wait to see adapt more in episode 2 is Jean and Mordred. Those are the two characters I'm really looking forward to seeing bloom. Like Shiro, yeah, I can like work on a little bit of stuff for him, but the whole point of Shiro is he's so dead set in his ways that he's not going to change. You know what I mean? Like that is Shiro to a T. He knows what he wants. And
his
he's gonna
attitude
get
for
it.
the goal changes, but not the goal.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like how he's wanting to get it done.
Yeah.
The way he gets it done, not changed. The way he goes about it because of his attitude, because there's now an interloper. That's the biggest thing that really changes, primarily as a story perspective, because like Sieg was not supposed to happen at all in this fucker's plan.
Yeah.
But then it just kind of did.
To be
that
fair,
puts the dent in there.
he
And
was
then, lo and
also
behold,
he was
that gets
banking
happened.
on a ruler to be summoned, but he was kind of like the moment he seen that it was Jean, he was like, "Oh fuck."
Yep.
Like he was like, "Yeah, this is going to be a greater Grail War. Things are going to be a little different. Oh, there's a ruler. Oh, and it's her." If it was
who it is.
if it was
no.
anyone else, fine. But the fact that it's Jean,
Anyone but her, please,
Anyone
please.
but
No.
her.
Oh.
If it
Also,
was
a bit
Johanna,
of the,
I would have also left.
Yeah. Also, a bit of a thing that I have, just like a general question here.
Yep.
First, Stolfo, do you prefer male or female voice actors?
I am going
When it
based
comes to people doing impressions of them.
when I cast for Astolfo, the thing that I was looking for most of all is the mic quality, the performance, and the kind of like believability of the character. For example, I'm not really looking for a feminine or a quote-unquote masculine feminine voice in particular. I am just looking for somebody to embody that, Astolfo.
I was about to say Lil Goober energy, which
The little goober energy.
please,
The little crotch
please, I'm
goblet. huh?
asking everyone here, please read his shit. There is a reason behind he's such a happy-go-lucky guy. I'm asking you to please read his backstory. Please read all the shit he's in. There's a reason he's probably my favorite servant.
Yeah.
Genuinely, okay, actually decently big spoilers here, so I put a spoiler shield here. Dude gets turned into a fucking tree and still is happy about it.
I mean, that's not really a spoiler. That's just in general lore
Yeah.
about the
I was
background
about
knowledge
to
to
say.
understand Astolfo stuff. I mean, hell,
Yeah.
there's the one story where he did a race with somebody to bang over 1,000 women in Europe.
This is true.
Did he win?
Yes,
It's
he
Astolfo.
fucking won.
Yeah, it's Astolfo. Of course he fucking won.
Man banged 1,000 chicks all throughout France just to make a point against his own buddy.
Oh, he went for easy mode. It's
Yeah.
France.
I mean, what is Charlemagne's paladins? That's like the easiest locale nearby.
That is fair.
Yeah.
I mean, after all, they call me a womanizer for a reason.
I love doing impressions of his stuff.
one thing-
I'm gonna be honest. He's so fucking fun. Sorry.
No, I was interrupting you. Technically, you started speaking first, but anyways, one thing I'm looking forward to is once we get to the halfway point of Apocrypha, we're going to be starting in My Hero.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Yeah. I already have, like, of our current roster, I already know the roles I'm going to be allotting a couple people.
Any to me? Question mark.
Yes, if you want. Question mark.
Okay, good.
Good. Somebody in this. Let me just put it this way: somebody in this call is definitely going to be Midoriya. Another person in this call is definitely going to be Bakugo, and another person. I can't.
Yeah.
And then another person in this call is definitely going to be All Might.
I am here.
Jesus.
Now, here's the thing.
know.
Like, Sue, I talked a little bit about this to Tsubaki, but, like,
Yeah.
nothing is set in stone, and I'm still kind of on the fence about the whole which one is being
It's
Bakugo
a very
and which one's
malleable
being
thing to
Deku.
work with so far.
Yeah, because I could see it going either way. Don't look at
Yeah.
my fucking Discord image. That's no hint. No.
Hello.
Well,
my
shit.
sweat
I think
goes
they
up
found the
in me.
Bakugo.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ, life is good.
See,
Oh.
I found it funny. You want to know why I fucking laugh like that?
Please
So-
enlighten us.
It's one of those
Way
contagious laughs.
back when I started doing this shit, there was like one scene I always wanted to try doing. I want to do like a redux on that shit purely because I'm just like I think I'm like getting the hang of the laugh now. So in Fate Grand
Gilgamesh.
Order, yes, in Fate Grand Order with absolute demonic Battlefront Babylonia.
Oh,
This
Gil.
motherfucker named Gilgamesh
Yeah.
gets offered the most basic ass prospect, and he just laughs.
He
And
laughs like a fucking maniacal little
Wait,
shit.
wait.
I love that
Tsubaki,
shit
you want to give
so
us the
much.
Gilgamesh laugh real quick?
Damn. I just gotta admit, damn.
I was waiting for him to just break and just carry on uncontrollably.
I mean, after all, I've been trying to find shit to do fucking Gilgamesh in.
Gilgamesh,
It is not easy.
Gilgamesh
There-
is such a fucking bro. After Babylon, he just like looks at Ritsuka and Mash and hands him
I
a
was like, "Hey yo,
beer.
bro, you." It's like, "Hey yo, bro, you need this."
Yeah. Buckwheat ale, a symbol of our civilization. We're under the age of drinking. He's like, bet, downs it.
Because
More for me.
the one thing about Gilgamesh is there's always that differentiation that people either want Gilgamesh as like a high, like posh British guy, or they want him like right around here.
Right around like the original performance. Or,
Yeah.
there's two different original performances. There's the
Yeah, I
one that
guess
was done for
technically.
the original version done by Studio Dean, and then there's fucking David Vincent, homie.
What the fuck?
David Vincent is just goddamn so good. Just going for that, and it makes it funny because of like the actual fucking idea that when it was still Fate's Day Night done by Studio Dean, David Vincent did voice fucking Assassin. He voiced Kojiro, and then he got,
Okay.
and then when they did UBW, not but the Ufotable one, That's when they did David Vincent as Gilgamesh, and fuck, it works so much better than.
I was about to say
the fucking original Studio D.
Grant George who was the other voice actor, right?
Yeah, and then I believe. No,
Yeah, I was about to say. I feel like
yeah.
it's weird knowing that Gilgamesh's OG voice actor was Shinjiro Aragaki from Persona.
Yeah.
Especially with modern information of the shit that I learned, that the things he used to do when he was starting off as a voice actor. Oh my god. People are weird. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, both of Gilgamesh's English voice actors are fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even as Gilgamesh, including other roles. Like, we have fucking Nanami, we have Grimjaw. I was about to say, those are, like, his, like, two biggest, like, modern roles for David Vincent, and then... I'm pretty sure Grant George has been kind of just
all
in
over
and
the
out of
place.
voice. Yeah, because the last major thing I knew he was in was Danganronpa 3, obviously.
I knew Grant George because of fucking Fire Emblem. Because in Fire Emblem Engage, he's supposed to be the voice for Sigurd. Yeah, for fucking Sigurd. And whenever they then did that, they still had him do like a bunch of stuff that would involve Sigurd, as well as maybe a couple others for heroes. But that was about it. That I knew him exclusively for. And I'm just like, motherfucker. It's still so good.
I'm still trying to think. I don't remember if I first learned of Grant George through JoJo's or Danganronpa. Because he's
maybe both.
Actually, no, wait. He was in Pokemon Generation. That's where I knew him from. That'd be probably the first iteration of me actually hearing his voice.
But yeah, fucking in general, damn, I don't even know where the fuck to go.
Also, shit, I just realized fucking Pokemon Generations came out in 2016. It's been 9 fucking years.
God damn it! Again,
you
you
guys want to feel fucking old? I turned 10 during when Pokemon Generations was going on.
Christ.
How many years ago was it?
9 years ago. In 2016.
I graduated that year.
I occasionally forget the dramatic age
absolute gap. Fucking, because I'm 18. You guys are like in your mid-20s.
I just broke 20.
So
I just broke 20, man.
One half of the
broke it, man.
Oh no, bro! I just got my head stuck in the pickle jar, bro. Oh no, bro! I got my head stuck in the pickle jar.
Fucking hell.
Oh man.
Oh god.
Out of most of my friends, I've been told that my fucking damn muscle man impression has just been unexpected, but also really fucking top tier.
Did you just crack open another?
Bro, cracked open another one. God damn.
Oh, homeboy! Alright, I'm gonna mute for a second.
Open a homie with the cold ones.
I'm gonna mute for a second. Tsubaki, you take over being the host.
Okay.
He put you in the spot. Now you can't think.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'm gonna ask a question that was told from the fucking video games episode. Any recent games you boys been playing?
I got High on Life just to try it because it was free. So I played through that.
Hell yeah.
I played Castle Crashers for the second time ever because it was on sale for like $2.
It's a game you can't really go wrong with.
Yeah.
It is genuinely. It's really casual, but you will fucking yell. Also,
Oh, yes.
turns out I started off with the Green Knight. I started with like the worst character of the entire fucking game. So I grinded through the entire game with like the worst character.
What color?
Green.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back. I just tossed the question from like the fucking video games episode. It's like any recent games being on that chokehold. God, where the fuck do I start with this goddamn game that's got me in a fucking chokehold?
And that would be
The place that's holding you,
Xenogears.
usually.
Xenogears has had me in a goddamn mind fuck. Purely because of the factor that this game has so much referential knowledge in the first 5 minutes. For the anime FMV that they have in that bitch. So much referential knowledge to Gnosticism, the in general Bible, and the fucking Torah all at the same damn time.
Well, we got to keep you on your toes and make sure you went to a theology class.
And
God damn.
and a psychology class, and a philosophy class, and a history class.
Yeah, just make sure you're caught up on life.
It's a fun time.
Is great.
Not really. At least the combat's like still really damn good on OG Japanese controls, because I was able to find like a really good like ROM for it.
Oh, yeah.
That actually did change it from the North American controls as a reference point. So in Xenogears, you have basically I call it dial a combo for the combat system, where you have light, medium, heavy attacks. You use a certain amount of points to do that attack. If you do enough of these series of attacks, you unlock death blows, which is just big fucking damage. But essentially, the North American control scheme on an Xbox controller, which is what I use, the North American control scheme is A for light, X for medium, Y for heavy. I prefer the Japanese controls because that is the closest to a fucking fighting game, because it's X for light, Y for Y for medium, and B for heavy. And I prefer it that way because it at least allows me to think like an easier flow, instead of going like, why the fuck is A down there, X there, and Y there, and then B is the deselect. I know that one's common for deselecting, but I'd much rather do X, Y, B and still have B my select button for if I'm like interacting with objects, and then X is also my jump in the overall.
Very weird.
But then A is my sprint.
What?
Nani?
I mean, it's actually,
Yeah.
But I mean, it's much more bearable to play with Japanese controls, because you at least have enough freedom to be like, okay, I don't have to worry about going from B to A if I'm doing sprint into like a jump. Instead, I have to go X A, or like A to X, which I have my thumb over both, like on both buttons at any one time as I'm exploring. So it's easy to fucking spam jump across that bitch. So if I miss a platforming, well, shit. That's my fault for spamming.
Yeah.
But I always learn. But yeah, that game is having me in a chokehold 3 hours in, and I'm already at a place where I probably shouldn't be within the first 3 hours.
Oh.
In a good way or a bad? Okay.
Because like I had it set up initially where like a friend of mine also has Xenogears, and we played it together through Parsec. So we basically treated it like multiplayer, where one of us would just pick a character that would be in the party at any one given time, and then we just played the combat together. But then overworld exploration was just always player one, because that would be the only controller that could work for exploration.
Yeah.
But then there's a neat little portion where you get to play as 2 separate party members. And one of them is in the tournament that you have to, on purpose, delay the elongated amount of time that you spend fighting, because they actually keep track of this in the data. I don't know how, I don't know why. I call it witchcraft. It keeps a track of how long you did the fight in this tournament, and it transfers that to a timer on the other party member, because this other party member is doing a stealth op to sneak into the fucking castle.
Okay.
So you're basically using one party member in this tournament setting to delay and give time, while then the other one that's sneaking in uses that time that you have allotted to doing the fighting to then go inside the castle. And
So
it's
if you
a weird
speedrun it-
system. If you try to speedrun that section, you're kind of fucked. Because then you don't give the other enough time to get in with the amount of shit that they toss at you on the other section. Called, you're going against currents inside of a fucking sewer system. So that's pressurized water pushing you back.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Why taking longer in this one section of a game makes it even faster during speedrunning? One of those like stupid ass YouTube shorts.
Pretty much. Like taking it slow.
Why
in that section
slowing
makes it
down
easier.
speeds up?
Like taking your time in that section helps you actually go fucking faster in the story, just so that way you have enough time to not just, sneak all the way inside the castle, but so that way you can guarantee getting to the next cutscene so you don't have to worry about shit.
Have you tried driving slower to arrive sooner? It's basically what you just said.
Yes, that is basically what the fuck that game does to you. Like, during like a good first chunk of this game, you can go hauling ass, skipping every text spot. Well, not really skipping, but just fast pressing it. And you can just fast press through all these dialogue boxes. You can somewhat do that for cutscenes, maybe not all of them. But
Yeah.
once you get to that section, it is highly recommended you take your fucking time so you make it go by faster. I don't know how, I don't know why, but that's just how the fuck it worked for me.
I wonder if maybe it's like they're trying to sneak in while you're in the fight.
That is the actual gist of it, for how they have to make sense of it. Because these are events that are happening simultaneously, but it uses the time that you took during the fight as your timer for trying to get the fuck in.
Yeah, so what it is basically guards were pulled away by the fight, so then you can get into there.
Yes.
So the faster someone ended the fight, the sooner they got back to their post, kind of thing.
Pretty much.
That's interesting, definitely, but
on the PS1,
it sounds so weird when you explain it in a speedrunning perspective.
Yeah, like quite literally, this is on the fucking PS1. This goddamn game.
That's on the PS1?
Yes, Xenogears is on the PlayStation 1.
Jeez. Like, yeah, now I understand why you're so confused. Now I understand why you're so confused by the witchcraft they pulled. Because, like, the PS1 didn't run much.
They did some black
Yeah,
magic to
I was about to say,
Yeah.
Xenogears was from, like, 98, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I mean, hey, almost has a decade on when I was born, fuck.
It's like 98 Squaresoft
Don't say it like that.
JRPG, baby.
It hurts. When
All
you
I
say
know
it like
is that it's a really good game. I just know a lot of people like the game.
Cult
Oh,
classic,
yes,
baby.
but saying that it has a decade on you hurts me because I was born in 98.
I mean, hey, like, my favorite game of all time came out, what, 99, I think?
Fair enough.
your favorite game of all time, out of
Oh
curiosity?
no, same year. Sorry, same year. Ocarina of Time.
Yeah. That'll do it.
Okay, no. I
Yeah.
know usually the excuse is just, oh yeah, it's the best rated on like everything, but no, genuinely, I have a very major story which includes the reason why I still go on in voice acting.
Yeah.
So I
Fair enough.
genuinely have a reason to love Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask.
I mean, they were good games.
Oh no, they're fucking amazing.
Yeah,
They're-
exactly. Like, there's
they're
nothing
genuinely
wrong with enjoying them.
good. Oh, oh, you know what we should do next week? We should live react to the Pokemon Presents.
Oh God. I actually am curious what they're
Um,
gonna be doing, but even then, eh.
So apparently there's a leak that which is something I've really hoped that Pokemon was going to do. So it's going to be a collection of just all the original Gen 3 game, like Gen 1 through 3 games, but it's split into Ruby, Gold, Fire Red, and Ruby. And then it's split into Blue. I don't know how it's going to be differentiated between Blue and Green. I'm assuming it's probably going to be in the third collection, because apparently 3 collections for this shit,
Oh,
which
fuck.
is a collection of the second one is a collection of Blue, Silver, Leaf Green, and Sapphire, and there's a third one that's Crystal, Emerald, and Yellow. Which
Alright.
That is a weird one.
apparently, from what I understand, they're either remasters or faithful remakes, from what I understand.
I'm hoping the former, because I mean, like the recent Pokemon remakes haven't been like too, like
No.
they're not bad. I
Let's
just
Go
don't
was
like the
really
chibi.
good. Let's Go was really good. I admit.
Yeah.
They did Let's Go very good. It's annoying that you need to use Joy-Cons, because I got Joy-Con drift within 2 months of the initial release of the Switch, so I had to buy an $80 fucking Pokeball.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
And that was bullshit.
That's one thing I don't understand about Nintendo is how they have so much stick drift. Like they lead the market on like innovative engineering and gaming, yet stick drift they suffer the most.
To be
Well,
fair,
no,
another thing that has stick
specifically
drift that bad
Joy-Cons.
is
I
meta.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's just I'm pretty sure the fans figured out within like the first year of like just how to outright fix it.
I used fucking WD-40.
WD-40.
I'm not joking. I just pulled it up and I was just like, I wonder.
I don't
And
know
then
what
I
happened to your
sprayed-
voice there. Like your voice almost slipped into the fucking.
I don't know what happened, bro. I just used WD-40, bro. I don't know what happened, bro. I mean, I just looked at it and I pointed it at it and said, I wonder what happens if this will make it go like work, bro.
and then it just works.
Christ.
You know who
damn it.
else just works after they get sprayed with WD-40?
My mom.
My mom.
There's a major thing that I think we all want to know is what the fuck are the starters for ZA?
Oh yeah, because that one's gonna be set in fucking Unova, right?
No, it's Kalos City
Kalos,
specifically.
Oh god.
So what I'm assuming it's gonna be a mix of Pokemon with like Detective Pikachu from what I see.
I guarantee
If-
there's going to be a
if-
Fufro.
There's probably a new Furfuro.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, definitely Mega Flygon.
Yeah.
There's like straight up, I think like sprites were leaked for it, and also for Mega Jinx.
Man,
Where,
I missed Mega Evolution so much.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
Mega-
were cool.
I don't know why they removed Megas. Because like everyone loved
because they
Mega.
kept on trying to like fucking
Besides
like,
Kangaskhan.
revolution.
Okay,
Like
that's-
they were
that's
trying so many new concepts with each new gen that came after X and Y, purely just to say fuck around and find out. Let's see what happens. And like, okay, don't get me wrong, Z moves were kind of cool, but if a fucking an underdeveloped like fucking bootleg company can do a better job animating that shit than you guys, it kind of says something.
I was about to say it is also a difference of they were needing to initially release it, like 1st and foremost, and also a difference in size and that they're using actual 3D models and stuff, and overall that Pokemon really doesn't give two shits about the players. They just really care about money at this point.
That is the most true statement about it.
The thing is, it's just Nintendo in general. It feels like every single game, like of recent time, was just half-assed.
It's not even. I wouldn't even like pin that entirely on Nintendo because it's not just them that does that.
No,
like
that
you
is
see
fair.
it with
It's a
everybody
few
nowadays.
companies.
General.
I know like the one thing that's still like grinding my fucking gears on this shit. Nintendo needs to lessen their grip on their IPs. I swear
Oh
to
no,
God.
most definitely.
Oh yeah,
Give
that's
us-
their biggest flaw
Give
right
us
now.
the leniency. Bro, it's been so long since the Switch first came out. Give the Switch emulators some fucking leniency. Because, like, okay, the reason why I adored the fucking Xeno series for games, bro, they run on the fucking Switch. And they suffer. Like,
Yeah.
I had, like, I'm using a capture card just to play fucking Xenoblade, like, Chronicles, like, with friends. Just to see what we can do and just have a all-ass time. But even then, quite literally, it sucks so much ass because then I have to worry about a few things: the frame rate dropping, character models not looking right, and a lot of other latency-esque like issues. Not just because, well, I can't really connect my Switch to the Ethernet because then I'd have to unplug my PC from the Ethernet.
Also, can we talk about that fucking Terra Leak? I don't think we've ever talked about the Pokemon Terra Leak here, but oh my god, the amount of info you get. Like, Grovyle was originally going to be a one-stage flying electric type. The original look of
Jeez.
Cacturn. No. There was going to be what seems to be like a, like, it seems like from, at least from what I'm guessing, is that there is, like, in general, I should say this in general, that it seems like originally Pokemon Coliseum was supposed to have, like, hyper-realistic Pokemon as, like, bosses.
Yeah.
Because there was that scrap Shadow Shark or whatever, I'm assuming the thing that evolved into Sharpedo, and that huge fucking towering Cacturn, which I gotta admit still looks fucking badass. Like, if they were to do a Mega Cacturn, then that's how you do a fucking Mega Cacturn. Like, genuinely, it looks so cool. Learning there was a scrap Mega Jinx, and then realizing Pokemon said, yeah, maybe we shouldn't do this, because, really big worries of racism. Because we saw it did kind of look like blackface. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Mega Flygon got leaked, which was really cool. Sadly, like, every single video and all the pictures got DMCA'd, so you needed to have been there within, like, the first day of that shit
5
going
minutes.
on. No, it was up for, like, some of it was up for a few days. Also, apparently, in the OG Scarlet and Violet map, the Reggie Temple from Sword and Shield was there. And they were, like, just, like,
interesting.
like, really early build, I should say, like, a really early build.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, they do use at least like something of like similar engines, so having assets to at least like cut down the idea for maybe like testing
Oh
locations.
yeah, also
that would be like the biggest thing.
Another big thing. Originally, Scarlet and Violet was supposed to look like hyper realistic, and then they realized, oh shit, we're working on a Switch. We can't do that.
That very well could be the case.
Yeah,
No, I think it was just straight up confirmed.
like hardware technology issues.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Definitely. I do think that in this one they're definitely talking about the new Pokemon set because Trainer's Pokemon are finally returning since what, Team Rocket?
Oh god.
Well, no, technically Team Plasma. Team Plasma's Pokemon was technically the last Trainer's Pokemon. That was 2011. And
Oh,
that
boy.
multiple of them are really good. And by really good, I mean really good. Like the TCG is going to have a completely new meta.
Mhm.
So there's definitely going to be talks of that. Probably like 3 or more Unite characters getting released. Probably Cafe Mix. That's going to be in there for some god forbid reason. Probably nearing the end or the end info is just going to be ZA. Genuinely, ZA, I'm gonna say this. If ZA isn't good, I think there's just gonna be a start of a just like boycott for Pokemon until they get their shit together. Because currently, ZA, since its initial reveal trailer, is the longest we haven't seen any info for any Pokemon game ever. But like now a month and a half, I think.
That's definitely quite a bit of time with them. Thing is, like, people have... I would believe a boycott when I see it, because too many people are fans of the series and will just flock to it as soon as there's a new iteration.
Yeah, I was about to say the thing with like D&D. Remember when they stopped allowing you to like sell content of your own, and now Wizards gets like a free cut of your pay?
When they tried to do that?
Oh wait, they did step back. Right,
They had to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like that's exactly it. There's an example, but people still buy content from them and all that, even though they tried to pull something like that.
Which I gotta say, it's a big thing when it comes to a lot of just like gaming companies, like in general.
Yeah,
modern day, it's just they keep trying to pull shit like that, and also. Big gaming companies should. I feel like copyright is only to an extent when it comes to gaming, because there's so many games that are now. Can't even believe I'm saying this, over like 30 years old, that you can't just like buy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And like, even getting it in the backlogs, like finding it, somebody selling it secondhand, or that is hard to do. The greatest offender of limiting that is Nintendo.
It's always been Nintendo, even back in the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Because which is also a funny thing, because you guys remember that Nintendo museum that they opened up in Japan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, guess what? They were using emulation.
That's funny.
Of course they were.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, can't you... Sorry, if not even you can find a fucking, like, Super Nintendo, then we should be allowed to fucking emulate it. If you're allowed to, we should.
Yeah.
That's always been, like, that one big, like, fucking, like, thing that's been bothering me. Because it's just like, bro, I still run a whole bunch of shit. I have fucking, like, okay. I still have my fucking 3DS emulator. I still have my fucking GameCube emulator. And the reason why I just have that one is just so I can play fucking Fire Emblem. I just want to experience the past shit that worked.
Yeah.
Not
Like, I understand them having problems with people doing, like, their new content and that. I 100% back it. Like,
Yeah.
getting upset about them trying to get new content. But anything over 5 to 10 years, just let us have it at that point. You've already made your money. You're not going to make more off of it. If you are, it's an ongoing series.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, even 5 to 10, because 10, we're talking, what, Wii U?
Well, exactly.
Hell, bro,
and you
let
struggle
us
to
just
get
emulate
Wii and
Xenoblade
GameCube.
X so we can play online again. Until the Switch port comes out. Like, until Definitive for Xenoblade X comes out, let us fucking emulate it so we can play the online multiplayer functionality mode that got lost because the Wii U servers are shut the fuck down.
Yeah.
No,
like, bro, what the fuck?
I have to agree. Nintendo shutting down the 3DS servers was sort of a dumb idea. Because in general, now... Okay, so including myself, where my Switch broke because one of the charging cables snapped off. Like when it was like 5-6 years ago or so. And my sister's like randomly short-circuited.
Jeez.
Don't know how. Still don't know how. It just like randomly now like turns on for a second and then just stops.
Excuse me.
But straight up shutting down the Nintendo eShop on the 3DS it's an awful idea.
I mean,
like,
it's just lost revenue for them at that point.
Yeah, I was about to say, because there's still quite a bit of people who use the 3DS.
And that was their last big handheld. I don't even think they've released one since then.
No, they haven't.
I mean, like, sure, the Switch has handheld capabilities, but most of those games on there are like, you have to dock this. If you play this when it's like off that dock, you are going to run through your battery like it's the goddamn juggernaut through a wall. It's just nigh impossible. If I played if I played any JRPG on the Switch for more than an hour, that battery is dead.
I'm amazed you can get an hour.
Yeah.
JRPGs are hard on shit.
I was about to say, like, I can run like Fortnite undocked for like 5 hours on a 1.0 Switch, and I have no idea how.
It's all about processing.
I guess
it all comes down to the processing of the system.
Yeah, and then like on top of that too, like the main shtick that I'm always still very bothered about in terms of like the emulating scene is called. It doesn't matter the company if they hold that copyright and or just in general like the licensing to it, they will not give it up purely just because of the factor that they still note that it like the game that pissed me off so much because of the company acknowledging its history but doing nothing with it is Astrobot.
Oh,
it's the game that acknowledges games that have yet to get another game or a spiritual successor. I'm looking at Wild Arms. I'm looking at fucking anything that is from the 90s. I hoped at some point that they would just bring in, fucking Xenogears oh so casually in there. But no, they didn't because they...
I was about to say...
It's in a weird joint custody between like Monolith Soft and Square Enix but it's still odd. But not in either fucking capacity.
I guess you can kind of say it's the same thing with Kingdom Hearts and why we didn't get Sora into Smash Bros. Until like this later on.
Very recently. I mean, like it wasn't so much like a law issue. It was just literally on and off things being bad. No, actually, Disney didn't mind.
Really?
Yeah, Disney actually is, as much as people compare them to Nintendo in the way of like they own all of their shit and want to hold it. They want their stuff out there, and they want it shared. They want more people being brought in.
Yeah.
Nothing's worse than Japanese copyright laws, man.
Very.
Oh, no, most definitely.
As an
Japanese copyright law is so
I feel
weird.
it in my soul.
Mm-hmm.
Because like they have some of the harshest copyright laws, but at the same point, they have almost no copyright laws too.
Yeah.
Because you can just straight up steal IPs over there in certain aspects, and then other things. No, you'll be basically hung if you do.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's like multiple, like randomly when I go off to that Smash Bros. Idea. I wonder why they haven't done Toho. Because, like, Toho's, like, completely open. Like, anyone can make fucking Toho games.
Yeah.
Which is really shocking that there's no Toho representation at all. Because Nintendo wouldn't need to pay anything. They could just
hire a random
add a character
bucko
in
from Texas.
Because the creator himself said, like, anything is canon if you wish it to be. Like, anything can be.
Motherfucker pulled a Freddie Mercury. He's like, you can do anything with my music, just don't make me boring.
No, here's the thing. He fully, like... I think he's even, like, helped alongside multiple fan projects. Because, I mean...
Oh, probably.
There's, like, what? I think, like, 19 main Toho games now?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Somewhere in like, the double digits.
Yeah.
But then there's like a fucking gazillion ass like spin-off titles.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
But regardless of that fact,
yeah,
it's the factor that companies acknowledge their history, but they don't want to use that for anything else. I mean, like hell, like the thing about like Xenogears getting a remake. Oh yeah, that too. They stopped after GX, and I don't know why. And
no,
recently
technically
did. Well, they did F-Zero 99, but that's
that barely
not really
counts.
it. That's not really it. That's just F-Zero with a little bit of spice. I'm talking.
That game was popular.
Give
for,
us
like,
GX2. Give us good shit.
I was about to say the best you're probably getting out of it is a remaster,
and that's it.
Cause like, what like old game franchise are we getting? We're getting House of the Dead 2 getting a remake. I know that. That's in like May,
shitty voice acting.
Oh, I would honestly think so. Yeah. I do hope they add typing
This is
of the
the
dead.
final battle.
I do really hope that they put in typing of the dead as like a quote unquote like baby mode.
Died over here.
Even if it's like you have to do the thing. Not
beer's coming out of my nose. Fuck.
The
oh Jesus!
Ew.
You made me laugh.
I'm dying over here.
You made me laugh.
Coming out of my nose.
You made me laugh mid drink of that.
Was that when I did like
This is the final battle.
You sounded like you sounded like fucking Chef.
This is the final battle. Now this is the final battle.
Oh man. Oh.
Well,
Just,
make both of you guys crack a
I want shit to actually get remasters or remakes purely because it's just I want them to at least acknowledge history. Like there's so many good games from back in the day that could really use that cleanup. I mean, sure, the 7 remakes is still getting completed. I could not give 2 shits. Please, let us get anything to do with like the Xeno series up to like Xenosaga Episode 3. The Xenoblade Chronicles can stay the fuck on the Switch. I could not care any less. But Xenogears through Xenosaga Episode 3, remake those, please. Like, let Takahashi get back in that director's chair. Now with all the experience he's gathered, and bam, you got a masterpiece on your fucking hands. You make millions off of one game alone.
Yeah, I think alone the few games that actually have me intrigued is Suikoden, Doom the Dark Ages, and
yes.
God, what? There's one other game I know I'm really looking forward to this year. ZA obviously.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Oh god.
What other
That's what it
games am
is.
I like really excited for?
I
The
know
one
there's
you wish to play.
I know that there's some people that want to agree with me
Oh,
on some
Metal
of this
Gear
too.
Solid Delta.
That too.
So, and just got released. Capcom Fighting Collection 2 has Capcom versus SNK 1 and 2, which both games are so good.
Yes.
Fucking hidden gems, I'll tell you that much.
I know there's a few people that actually want to like agree with me on like some of these terms for like classic JRPGs that do really need actual remakes. And if not that, at least a remaster to like amp up the quality and lessen like enough of like the stipend stuff that comes out.
Chrono Trigger.
That like and anything that would suffer like any format of like distortion issues that can at least be like tidied up a little bit. Like there's fucking Final Fantasy Tactics, Valkyrie Profile, Vagrant Story, fucking Phantasy Star, Secret of Mana.
I think with a lot of those, it really comes down to like, yeah, they should be and brought back in some light. But if the original creators don't want to do that, they should relinquish the rights to those that want to bring it back up to the now.
Oh yeah, like
just so then we can get these games again, and new players can enjoy them.
Yeah, because I mean, like Vagrant Story is not that beginner friendly in any way, shape, or form. It has a very weird, convoluted combat system called if there's like an enemy in your sphere of influence, you can actually attack them. And it's very hefty parts based, as if it was Fallout. But it's funny because it was also the game that came after Parasite Eve, which is possibly where they got that combat system from, because they were both on the PS1 as well. Some people want to bring back another game that has a series going for it, and they stopped, I believe, in 2004 or 5.
Earthbound.
Breath of Fire.
Damn it.
I mean, okay, look,
Earthbound
Earthbound is good. Earthbound is good. Don't get me wrong. Earthbound is good. But damn, there are some other good choices here.
No, there's a lot. You could the original 2 Personas. If they got just modern remakes, oh my god, people would fucking love them.
Oh yeah, most certainly. Because
I was about to say
they honestly do.
The OG 2 were like, if you're a JoJo's fan, you're gonna love 1 and 2. It's just gonna be like general, just consensus.
Lessen that encounter rate, modernize it to a decent degree with like Persona 3 Reload-esque graphics and graphic design in any aspect that's
definitely
possible. But in general, I like the biggest thing I wanted them to keep, if they ever were to do a remake, keep the grid system from 1.
Yeah.
Persona 2, you can kind of modernize it a little bit, but keep formation being the key factor for combat here. Because if you want that to be a proper remake, don't lean too hard on the modern shit. Make it how it was. Or at least adapt it to be more accessible and not be too harsh. I mean, sure, they were meant to be harsh, because you're quite literally talking to demons in some added like aspects.
Because originally it was just a spin-off of Shin Megami Tensei.
Yeah, which had that system in place anyway. But like, regardless of the fact, it's that thing that kind of spawned off of the original like series, and it just kind of kept going. And then they actually realized that, apparently the high school setting works a lot better than anything else they were doing with Shin Megami Tensei. So they kind of gave up on SMT and made more Persona. And then they kept trying to get SMT back on the board.
Yeah,
but that was only then for the mega fans that were trying to.
I was about to say the 3 Nocturnes HD remaster was really good. Oh god, voice crack. It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Nocturne is. I think it's really weird, come to think of it, of like how many game series the 3 in their franchise is usually top, like
their best,
the top notch. Like you can say like Pokemon Generation 3, still in my opinion the best gen. Shin Megami Tensei 3. A lot of people love Persona 3 the most. A lot of people say Mario 3 is like the best. I'm trying to like Earthbound. I guess you can say Earthbound 3, but the thing is that you can't even really, you know, exactly.
Unless you get like a fan translated ROM.
I think it was released in the Wii U, but obviously you know you can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 3. There's a reason that Snake Eater was the one that got a remake.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things that were done just so good in 3 that not even 4 and 5 did good.
Yeah. I know like other people have been trying to like get like really good pushes for other like NES or SNES classics to like really push out there again. Because I mean like some people have been wanting like Phantasy Star to really come back.
Oh yeah.
OG Phantasy Star.
No, I had an old
recent
friend who was really obsessed with Phantasy Star 2.
And then because I mean I think yeah, because Phantasy Star Online, that like don't get me wrong, it's not bad. I just don't really enjoy how much they really went off the rails with what they were trying to do. Like even going into doing like New Genesis, which is its big ass overhaul patch type deal / big ass update that was it was essentially just to remake it all over again and all that fun jazz, but it didn't really help it out in my opinion. But in the overall sense, I wish they would just go back to the root of the single player JRPG and invest the money that they're making from like Fantasy on like Star Online 2 into like remaking like their older games, so maybe fans that wanted to experience it could, instead of relying on the emulators or anything else, or hell, even like video reviews, which is most often than not how you're going to be hearing about the older classics in the first place.
I was just about to say, if we go back to the topic of like the best three-peats, I guess would be the term. Street Fighter 3, all the third-gen GTA games.
Specifically Third Strike.
No, specifically third. Yeah, I mean, the Giant Attack isn't too bad either. A Link to the Past, Super Metroid.
Guilty Gear.
True.
Guilty. Zerd,
with Double X?
Yep.
No, Double X, yeah. I was about to say, where the fuck is Zappa? Where's Zappa?
Zappa, like, he had story relevance in Exert, and then they just dropped.
Also,
like, he shows up for like a couple scenes in Exert as just like this nice little guy that's just like, it's like, oh yeah, apparently I have spirits in my mind. It allows me to sense whatever the fuck that is. Send troops there now. It's like really? It's like, yes. I have a
Dr.
crazy
Faust,
lady in my
I have
head.
people in my mind. I think I'm going crazy. I'm being haunted by
I have
spirits.
a crazy lady in my head that calls me Stud Muffin.
Stud
And
Muffin.
it's not only her, but there's ghost dogs, and there's the puppets, and there's the twins.
The Blade.
And the Blade. The Blade too.
But yeah, just in general, there's it's weird how there's like so many good games that have like that trilogy line, and then eventually there will be that time when like that fourth title actually really either pushes it really well or makes it do a drawback.
Tekken.
Second as well, yeah.
I think the big reason 3s end up with such a great, like, glowing reviews like that is because you get the first game, you love it, you like it, and then you get the second game where they innovate something, and it's like, well, that didn't work great.
What the fuck's the spice anymore? It's not.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not insert game title here.
And then you get the third where it fixes all that.
Yeah.
When one of the only times that doesn't happen is just, funnily enough, Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
True.
Because 1,
True.
2, 3, and 4, they're all good. They're all really fucking
phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
My personal favorite was Pro Skater 4, but that was the one I owned and could play the most
Man,
of.
I love
so.
Pro Skater 4.
I was going to say Fallout?
Still have it.
Technically? Because Fallout 3 was, I think, like rated like a 95? And then the next one... And then New Vegas is, well, it's New Vegas. People love New Vegas.
Yeah. New Vegas is New Vegas by a long shot.
Also, yeah. I like how, like, while we were talking
Fallout,
about, like, trilogy, like, the best game, like, was always the third, we glossed over for a fucking while Fallout.
No, speaking of Fallout, fucking, I think the main villains for Fallout 2, his voice actor just died today. Speaking of that.
Oh, may you rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
I was about to say he was 80. Dude had like a lot of
long life
roles.
Yeah.
That had a lot of roles, dude. Great voice actor.
I raise a toast of root beer to that man.
Yeah.
Toast.
I offer you my half-empty water bottle. Cheers to that.
I know that there's been like on and off moments too where like I've also tried playing like Dragon Quest like all throughout the time that I've been able to like throughout the years. Bro, sometimes them games just kind of pop the fuck off regardless of the game. I mean like Dragon Quest 1, it's supposed to be this nice first attempt at literally the godfather of all JRPGs of all time, and it
had
brings
the
a
artist
world
of
to
fucking
you.
Dragon Ball in that shit too.
Yeah, for 1986 too. It's early era Dragon Ball style, but it's when you start seeing like Dragon Quest 2 and 3 pop in. 2 is when they introduced the party system, and then 3 is when they allow you to make your own party with whatever classes you want, being like warrior, martial artist, and like so on and so forth. You can literally own a goddamn clown in your squad.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. You can have a fucking Joker clown in your squad, and they have weird stats by happenstance of either having more chances to hit crits or less chances to even fucking hit at all. It's weird, but I love it all the same.
Jank, but that's always fun too.
Yeah, but in terms of it all, like I appreciate 3 for what it did, and there was like the whole myth and like rumor about it, where essentially the game caused so much trouble in Japan that they had to limit the sales of games to like set certain dates for games to be released only on the weekends, purely because people were basically skipping work to go into the lines for game stores to get Dragon Quest 3. That was a rumor that started since the inception of this goddamn game. And it stuck for so long.
And I wouldn't be surprised if that was like accurate to what was happening.
Already.
Like most likely, I mean, like Akira Toriyama got hooked on the first game so badly that his own wife had to take away the console just so he could keep working on Dragon Ball.
Yes.
It's funny.
And now we have an amazing manga and an amazing game.
Yes.
Also, if you've seen the new chapters of Daima, holy shit did they pop the fuck up. I'm just be honest, Daima was amazing.
Yeah. They make it work.
All right.
They made it work so good.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and grills, I think that might be a good place to put a pin on it for now. Call her a week. We will continue a conversation like this or similar next week.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, any final closing remarks you want to give? Anybody?
Not really much, but I will say if there is ever a time when any one person is ever wanting to check out like the classics of yore for any game franchise in general, please do yourself a favor and kind of learn a thing or two about being a pirate on the 7 seas.
That's true.
Piracy is only illegal when the rich say it is.
Yes.
That's why buccaneers exist and privateers.
This is not legal advice.
Also, please
Please let Torchic be a starter in ZA. I want my little chicken, man. I'm sorry. I love my chicken meal way too much.
Also, Nintendo, if you're listening to this, bring Kid Icarus back. God damn.
Yes.
Nintendo, if you are
Let us see
listening,
more.
free
Bring
up
back
your old
Earthbound.
IPs, please, for the love of everyone.
Please give us a second Ice Climbers. I'm begging you. You made the original, and that's it.
Anyways, take care of yourself, and you know, like, we'll see you next week with some more shenanigans. I've been your host, TwitchShadowVO, here with co-host Tsubaki VA, joined by our two guests, ZakkAttack and IBigBoom.
Pleasures.
Bye.